3 or 1 or 2.
Well, I think we gotta get the fire station done. I mean, that's been going for 2 or 3 years, and we haven't got that fixed yet. They're talking about we're gonna need a new high school. I don't know if I can give you another one, but I'm telling you, we've got some things coming up that is going to be very costly.
Well, the second part of the question was funding.
Funding?
Yeah, how would they be funded, these capital projects? How would you pay for them?
I don't know. Probably you're gonna have to bond them, I guess.
Okay, Mr. Lino.
Yes, thank you. A few of the capital projects I can see coming up. One is we are going to have to do something with the secondary school, high school / middle school. I know there is a couple of proposals out there now. Something is going to have to be done there. I don't have the answer myself, but I know there's a committee working on that very hard. Something does have to be done with the renovation of the fire station also. That side, we are doing the police side, and that side does need work. It definitely needs renovation. And we may see the day when we have to do something with this building here. I don't foresee it right now, but this will be a big project also if we have to do something for a town hall. The only way to fund these is with Proposition 2.5 overrides. It's the only way you're going to be able to do it, because we're talking millions and millions of dollars. We're not talking small money here. And I only hope that when we get to that point, that the voters make wise decisions and, how do I say this, not do what we did the last couple of times, such as the extra money it cost us to renovate the old police station, such as the millions of dollars it cost us to renovate that bachelor school. It's a beautiful building, and it's the centerpiece of the town now, as far as I'm concerned. But we could have saved millions of dollars had that gone up at the Swan Pond area. We have to look at the whole picture and not just the no vote. We have to think down the road. We have unfortunately wasted millions of dollars on some of our projects. Thank you.
Mr. Mosseri.
The board created an infrastructure committee 2 years ago, and the committee made a preliminary report to town meeting last April. Basically, the way you have to deal with these large capital projects, and they fall into the category of schools, renovations to town hall, sewer, fire station renovations, West Side Fire Station, and our roads. Some of the major things in the consideration. These projects need to be spaced out in a plan, a 20-year plan, that looks at our current exempt debt, and as that debt is retired, we need to phase in some of these projects. We also have to go after funding. For example, in school, we've got a school project such as middle and high school without state aid isn't going to fly. It just, we can't afford it. We have to put our applications in to get that. We need to look for grants. We need to find some ways of, we're getting some money, seed money for the sewer from the Berry project. We need to go after funding from the outside. We need to expand our commercial base to help fund these things. And more important, we need to have a plan that puts these things in some logical order. You don't go and renovate a school and kick the kids out and send them to Wakefield. You should have built a school and then taken that property and done something else with it. Maybe that should have been the police station, and so on and so forth. So a plan, a comprehensive plan that spans the 20-year kind of time frame, 25-year kind of time frame, identifying which projects fit where and how, and the funding and how we're going to go about doing it is what's necessary to get these things done. Otherwise, we're twiddling our thumbs and asking for overrides in an appropriate time frame.
Okay, any rebuttals on this particular question? if that's the case, I've been reminded that we've been at it for about an hour, and
Wow.
I'm to give you guys a break. So we'll move to your 2 to 5 minute closing statement, and I'm going in reverse order, so I'll start with Mr. Mosier.
Okay, I would like to thank the League of Women Voters, Marty Larson, Bob Turos, attendees, and my fellow candidates for providing me the opportunity to participate this evening. I am seeking re-election to the Board of Selectmen because I have more to contribute, and I am in a unique position to continue to provide leadership, time and energy, and expertise to town government. The town needs dedicated leaders devoid of special interest and encumbrances, with a proven ability to attain consensus on difficult issues. I have demonstrated these attributes consistently over the past 3 years. Further evidence of this can be demonstrated in the fact that my fellow board members have elected me chairman for the past 2 years. During my tenure, I have been successful in attaining goals that I set forth when you elected me in 2004. These efforts have led to the following significant accomplishments. First, removal of obstacles in completing the police and bachelor school. 2, the leveraging of technology to improve the efficiency of town government and citizens' access to public records via the town website. 3, the conversion of the stalled development of the Berry site from 100% commercial to 50% residential and 50% commercial, resulting in commitments of $1.5 million in seed money and 120,000 gallons per day of effluent discharge for a town sewer district. The development also fulfills the town's 40B obligation. Additionally, conversion of the site to 40R has gained the town an additional incentive payment of approximately $1.7 million from the Massachusetts Department of Housing and Community Development. 4, implementation of a long-range planning process driven by a financial planning team consisting of chairs and vice chairs of the Board of Selectmen, School Committee, Finance Committee, Town Administrator and Finance Director, and School Superintendent and Business Manager. The team has met monthly and more frequently when required, resulting in the 3-year plan that was presented at last night's town meeting. 5th, chaired the search that resulted in the hiring of an outstanding town administrator. Looking ahead, the town faces significant challenges that will require strong leadership, full board participation, and a lot of hard work. If re-elected, I will continue to focus my efforts on confronting these challenges by looking for opportunities and solutions that are in the best interest of the whole community. The challenges that have my attention are as follows. The need for long-term solutions to the fiscal difficulties that continue to plague North Reading and other Massachusetts towns, with a focus on solutions to manage our rapidly growing employee benefit and pension costs. Finding ways of improving town services that are affordable. For example, working with the fire department to implement advanced life support, ALS, services to residents in a way that makes sense economically for the taxpayer. Improving the property, maintaining the town's infrastructure. Using recently acquired benchmarking tools to continue responsible long-range planning for the town. Collaborate with schools, police, and youth services to keep our young people safe. Work closely with our state representatives and peers to develop planning that does not rely on our property tax base for funding. Creation of a sewer district to service Martins Pond residents and Route 28 business corridor. Finding unique ways to build our commercial tax base. Finding solutions to keep North Reading affordable to all its residents, especially our seniors living on fixed incomes. As you can see, I will be a busy selectman, but one who remains energized and committed to our town. My occupation permits me both the flexibility to put in many hours required of an attentive, innovative selectman. It also allows me to apply up-to-date business and technology practices to the town government. In closing, I pledge to keep an open mind and ear to the issues before us, and to work diligently with my fellow board members to achieve consensus and provide the leadership necessary to bring successful resolution to all the issues before us. I ask for your vote next Tuesday, May 8th, and commit to you that I will continue to work hard on behalf of our entire community. Again, I thank the League of Women Voters, Mary Larson, Bob Turos, attendees, and my fellow candidates for the opportunity to participate this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. And Mr. Vino?
Yes. Thank you. First, I want to thank the League of Women Voters for this opportunity and Bob Torres for being here. to give us this opportunity to come forward before you. I am asking for your support on May 8th so I may serve another term on the Board of Selectmen. Being the first candidate to publicly come forward and announce my candidacy shows my commitment and my willingness to do the job. We have many issues in town that still need to be resolved. I believe my experience on the Board of Selectmen will help in these issues. I am willing and able to devote much of the time that is needed, and there's a tremendous amount of time needed as a member of the Board of Selectmen. It has always been my top priority to do what is best for the residents when a decision has to be made. I have no conflicts of interest that preclude me from doing what is best for the residents. I also have no restrictions on doing my duties as a member of the Board of Selectmen. As a member of the Board of Selectmen, I have served as chairperson for 2 years, vice chairperson for 3 years, and clerk for 3 years. This experience and knowledge allows me to make a fair decision moving forward if I am re-elected. This is important because I know the reasons that cuts were made to the budgets and what we could possibly do to try to restore some of these cuts. I know why these cuts were made. I know the background behind these cuts and the severity of these cuts also. If re-elected, one of my top priorities and goals will be to explore and find some type of tax relief for senior citizens in our town. The senior citizens built the foundation for our wonderful town, and it's time we find some tax relief for them. There is a governor's proposal going forward, which is a local option that has an increase in the meal tax. This is a local option that has not been passed yet by the legislators. If this does go forward, and if we do adopt it, I am going to propose to put all of that money towards tax relief for senior citizens. I think that is the fairest thing to do for our senior citizens who are getting driven out of town. I get several calls from senior citizens. Having always financed my own campaign allows me to be open-minded and fair on all discussions that come up before the Board of Selectmen. I am not a member of any special interest groups, but will listen to all input before making a decision. And I encourage residents to call me on any issues or questions they may have. I also feel it is important for any elected official to return any phone calls they get. And I will, and I do that. Even when I know the person I'm calling is not going to agree with what I have to say, I will return the phone call. The citizens do have that right to get that phone call. It is important to find a way we stay within our financial budgets and still provide the services we all like to enjoy. I know this is going to be a hard goal to attain, and it may not be possible because of the fixed costs and costs that are rising, but it's something we really have to work hard at. If you would like to discuss any issues, please call me at 664-4305. I would ask that you consider me for one of your votes on May 8th. Thank you. Joseph Bino, candidate for Selectman.
Thank you. And Mr. Dorsey?
Well, I too would like to thank the League and Bob Torres for his hospitality. I've been a mailman, a policeman, an EMT, a senior citizen councilor, all for the town of North Reading. I was elected to several terms in the North Reading Housing Authority. If given a chance, I would serve all the people of North Reading to the best of my ability. I do not claim to have all the answers, but I'm willing to look for alternative solutions. As the popular saying goes, it's time to look outside the box. If elected, I look forward to serving you. Thank you for your consideration.
Thank you, candidates. At this point, I guess we're going to take a brief break, and we'll have the candidates for uncontested offices making a brief statement. And once again, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, I got a stretch.
I feel like the guy who's gonna come on after test pattern is the last guy. Maybe that old sugar bush test pattern on TV.
Well, yeah, no, I do remember.
Remember just the.
They didn't let you talk, huh?
No.